王になりてえ。力トミー全部手に入る。いや取りに行こうぜ、この世の宝の頂点。
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Bugster video. Today we're going to be doing some more OP09, just kind of buggy deck listing. Kind of talking about some of the some of the new options, especially for the new meta. After I played a little bit more of it, I kind of understand maybe what Buggy needs to be doing. And then we'll also cover a quick match against a random leader. I'll kind of just do a quick play on here, and we'll see how this deck does. So as you'll see, we've done some changes. I looked into some of your comments about the Buggy and Kabaji. I know we already covered that a couple times before, about the stage, about the grab blade that I was running, and overall, I think what we want to be doing, I think I might have been complicating Buggy just a little bit too much. I think that this list right here is probably the best it's gonna get. You're running tons and tons of counter. You still have your main combo starters. We have one more for the Crocodile for the Mr. 3 play. I saw some people still commenting on that, so we do this play sometimes. But most of the time, you're just trying to keep your hand size massive so you can counter out of stuff, survive just long enough, and then bottom deck everything with the big Buggy or play a blocker Buggy. For the most part, I think the previous iteration, especially with the grab blade and the stage and everything, it wasn't bad, but there was just too many bricks that you could brick into, and we really don't want that. As you can see here, we only have 3, 7, 11, 13, 17 bricks, or actually make that 20 bricks, and that's it. We have 4, 8, 12, 15, 18, 1Ks, and then we have 4, 8, 12, 2Ks. So a lot of counter. About more than half of your deck will be counter. If you, depending on what you draw into. But yeah, overall, I really like this list. I think with the grab blade and some of the other options, it's just a little bit too bricky. And like overall, the Mr. 3 Galdino play into the Buggy play on your 9-Don turn or your 10-Don turn is extremely good because you're still establishing, you're freezing a body, and then you're also drawing 2 cards, trashing a card, and then playing the Buggy. So you're basically doing a 9-Don, and you can also search one with the Cross Guild. I did see somebody bring up the Buggy event. That is the where is it? I'll search up event. I believe it's right here. Up to one of your Buggy gains 4,000 power in battle. I like this event. I think it's pretty good for surviving. I'm personally not running it in this list, but if you were to run it, I would most likely, what I would probably do is remove, I would say remove all of the Moki and Kabajis, and then maybe one of these cards up here and run 4 of these. I like this. I would just say if you are going to run this, you absolutely need to be saving 1 Don for your 9 Don, so you'll freeze a body, play a 10-cost Buggy, and then leave 1 up for the Prisoners of Riding. That's kind of the only event I would see this happening, especially with this list where you're trying to draw so many cards in hand. You really want to be playing this 10-cost Buggy as much as you can because you're going to have a ton of cards. But yeah, so I saw some of your comments kind of just regarding some of the things. I would say this is kind of like a good list. I think this is pretty decent in terms of counter and he does everything. I would say the only matchup we still struggle into is Yamato. I saw somebody's comment about how to kind of psych Yamato out. And I think honestly with Yamato, all you do is you kind of play it like Crocodile, where you'll just play the Mr. 3, the Black Crocodile OP14. You'll play the Mr. 3, freezing one of their bodies. You'll then drop a 10-drop, bottom decking the other body. You really want to get rid of those on KO Yamatos, swinging into everything else. And then because we run so much counter, you should be able to counter out of a lot of that stuff, and plus the Mohi and Kabaji drawing more cards. So yeah, we'll see who we go against. I'm just gonna click quick play. I'll start recording right when we get into a new match, and yeah. Awesome, so we'll be going against Shanks here. So honestly, we're gonna be going first. I'm not sure if that's the best, but it's really good for us. I think Shanks doesn't really matter just because he can get the 10 Don pretty quick. Yeah, we have a pretty good starting hand. We have 2 searchers, one of the Mr. 3 Galdinos, which is amazing because we don't have to mill into it. We have a Mohi, and then we have a Buggy blocker, which isn't the best, but we'll take it. For Shanks' leader ability, I don't believe we covered him before. You may, just once per turn, you can turn one of your opponent's characters or leader. You can give them like a -1k for the turn, so not too bad. We'll establish a body and we'll search top 4 just for a combo starter, and we'll grab that Crocodile and we'll end the turn. Always good to look for those combo starters first. I know we saw an Alvida in there, but once again, Crocodile is also 1k, and it will allow us to play both of these bodies, including the Mr. Cognito, which is really good. Let's see, so he's going to play the Uta, or the Uta, just to search top 5. Not too bad. With our remaining Dawn, we're going to search again. We're going to go ahead, in this case... So I don't believe he runs too many 3s and 4 costs. We are going to need to be bottom decking a lot of stuff later on. So we're going to go ahead and, just because I would grab this promo buggy if we already had the Mohican Kabuji in hand, but we don't. So we're going to go ahead and grab this bigger 10 cost buggy because we need him. And because he's going to be able to -1 power to this is going to be a 6k swing. So he's either going to take this or he's going to do the minus and give us a 2k. And that's that. So he took the card. Against Shanks, sometimes it's better to just kind of starve him, but we'll see how he kind of plays here. Our next turn will be our 5 Dawn turn, so we'll kind of play. This is not too bad. I actually might do the Crocodile Mihawk play now instead. He does have this blocker, but I don't think he's ever going to swing with it. This one is on opponent's attack. You can trash 1 card and give a leader or character -2k. So pretty good because you have a treasure card, and then he can also do the leader ability. So he can turn a 7 into a 4. Obviously trashing a card. So what we'll do here is we're going to tap 5. We're going to go ahead and trash the big blocker buggy, as it's kind of bad in this matchup. We really need bottom decking stuff. So we'll bottom deck that, or we'll trash that. We'll play the Crocodile Mihawk, and then we will trash the other Crocodile, because he's kind of useless right now, and we will play the Alvida to kind of search some more. We'll then go ahead and trash this Crocodile Mihawk, because we don't need to play another one. And we'll also trash, because we want to keep that card, I would say we can also trash this other Croc, because we already have one in hand. And then we'll just swing 5. We'll see if he blocks. We'll see if he does the leader ability or if he does this. Cool, he does the leader ability. You never know. Always good to swing because they might misplay and trash a card instead with the Shanks ability here. It's cool. We have two bodies on board. For this one, we're going to go ahead and give him the Mohican Kabuji. Just because we have nothing to play that off, so it's kind of just a useless body right now. So he's going to play this. If one of your characters would be removed by your opponent's effect, you can give this character -2000 instead, which is pretty good. So we're gonna need to get rid of that as soon as possible, honestly. For this turn, we kind of want to be establishing a body because we need to be getting rid of this for sure. So what we'll do is we'll play the Crocodile, and instead of playing something else, just because he can give -2k power to something, but I don't think he's going to be able to get rid of any of it. Sorry. We'll go ahead and play the Kabuji blocker. We'll then just end the turn there. I don't believe many Shanks run this law from what I've seen, but we'll be able to get to our 9 Dawn turn here, and he'll have to give this -2k power. We might be able to swing into it. So he misplayed here. He does not have 10 Dawn, so he can't do the Shanks ability because he's only at 8. So he's just gonna stack up. We'll take this. And then we will probably... Oh, he doesn't swing with that either. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is because it's our 9 Dawn turn, we are going to deploy him. We'll make it so this guy can't attack, drawing 2 cards. Well then, because we don't really care too much, because he's a 6k, he's a 4k, he's not going to be swinging with that 4k, we'll go ahead and trash the promo buggy to play this guy. And then we're going to go ahead and attempt to bottom deck the Shanks. Oh, it's only this character. Interesting. Okay, I thought it was a board protection. Okay, this actually isn't too bad. That plays pretty good because he can't swing with this now. We'll go ahead and we'll swing 5. We'll do a leader ability there. And then we'll swing 5 again to have another body to bait. He probably should have just blocked there, but that's fine. So we bottom decked one of his blockers. Not the end of the world. He's going to play a bigger Shanks. Might have been able to kind of save this, but it's fine. He will only have the 4 Dawn and then the leader. So we will be bottom decking the Shanks. So he'll have the 4 Dawn, leader, and the Shanks here. I'd be very surprised if he swings with this Beckman. And because he has so few cards in hand, I'm not too scared. He's going to stack up 4 on Uta, which is interesting. True. We'll go ahead and we'll give you no blocker because he's going to be a 5. We'll go ahead and trash this. And then he's going to swing with the Shanks, and we'll take the Shanks swing. Amazing. Cool. So because this Mihawk is very useless right now, we're going to go ahead and bottom deck him, and bottom deck the Shanks, which is very, very cool. Now, because we have a lot of Dawn, We're going to go ahead and just start kind of stacking up. So we'll go sediment lead. He does have more life than me, but our board state's looking very good. So he's going to have to give me a 2k. Amazing. In that case, because we can't really play anything else, we'll go ahead and do a tenant lead. And we'll see if he blocks, just because his hand size is so few. And then we'll do a 12, which he'll probably take. And then we'll end the turn. We have 1 blocker and 5 2Ks in hand, which is pretty good. So we'll see what he does here. He does have this swing with the law, but because this is a 7k and a 12k body, I'm not too scared. He's going to do another Beckman play. Very interesting. So he's going to be able to buff his leader up to a 7, which is pretty cool. He's going to do this, which is not bad, but his hand size is so tiny, I don't think that was a great play. We won't block this. Not too bad. Cool. So he's a 7k base, which is not the worst. What we're going to do is we're going to swing 7 with this guy first. Amazing. Bait that leader ability. We do not find what we need here, but we'll go ahead and take another 1k. Then what we'll do is we'll tap 4. Trash, or draw 2, make it so he can't attack. And perfect draw into the this buggy, and we're going to go ahead and bottom deck that law. Or at least attempt to. We'll then do 7 at life. Might have been better to bottom deck one of the blockers, but that's fine. Do 12 at life. And then we'll do another 12. And now we still have 5 2Ks in hand, and now we have an extra 1K and a blocker. The only problem with Shanks is I think he's very bricky, just because of the amount of 9 cost and 10 cost, like the Shanks and everything else he has to play. That 9 cost Shanks is shut off. He could stack up and kind of go for it, but I think with the amount of counter that we have, and now that we have 1 life and it's still a blocker, I think we're in a very good spot. I think he's trying to think through what he wants to do here. Once again, might have been a misplay to do this. I probably should have clicked on one of the Beckmans. Interesting. He's most likely... I'm not sure what he was going for there. We're going to try not to go down to 0 life just because he might have that Roger, and we don't want him to do that. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and tap 4, and amazing. We're going to go ahead and trash both of these guys. We're going to trash a 2k, and we're going to go ahead and bottom deck that guy. Might be best to bottom deck one of the Beckmans, but we don't really care too much. We'll do 6. Which he'll do the leader ability. And then he'll have to give us a card. Amazing. We'll do 7, so you have to give us 2 cards here. Which I'm guessing he won't be able to, because he has a... Perfect, so he's going to block one of those. And then we'll do another 12k. Amazing. And we still have a lot of Dawn up, and we don't have any life, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead and give him a 2k and a 2k. Just because I'm guessing he has a Roger in hand. He's going to play the Zora, which isn't bad, but he has Rush Character, which isn't going to be his best bet. I'm guessing just because he has no other options. So one of his options is definitely a Roger. We have no idea what it is. We'll go ahead and give him another 2k, just because he's going to try to swing with lead. He'll be able to kill this Crocodile Mihawk, but that doesn't matter at this point. We'll take this one, and then he'll just swing 9 into 6, or 9 into 5. And I guess he conceded. GG. Oh, he left. Actually, he didn't have a 10 cost. To one of your opponents. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure. I think he was just trying to think of anything to do, but he could not find enough of his Shanks. Because we bottom decked so many of them, I think we bottom decked 2 of his bigger Shanks, and we turned off the other ones. It was a pretty good matchup. Once again, I think this was a perfect matchup. We saw all 4 of our buggies. We used the Alvida to draw into that last one that kind of got rid of that massive body that would have cost us the game. Once again, might have been a better play just to bottom deck one of the blockers, but I was just being super careful. And it was also a misplay to try to bottom deck the Law. I probably should have bottom decked one of his blockers. If he was rested, that would have been a good idea, because then I could have done 5 and a 5, because I think he already has his leader ability at that point. But yeah, this matchup's not too bad. I think he also was just struggling. I think into Shanks, if you can keep his hand really small by bottom decking stuff and not swinging, like you can swing into life, which is fine, but definitely try to make it to where you can swing into his board and kill his board, so he has to be pitching cards out of hand. Another thing is that Beckman play is not very good, because he has to tap 6 Dom. He has to play 2 cards from hand, one of which is a counter, and he has to play a Shanks. If even like that's a really good play, don't get me wrong, he has rush. But if you can bottom deck that Shanks, he's now 2 cards out of hand. He did it twice, I think almost 3 times. I think he did it twice that turn, so he pitched 4 cards in like back to back. And it was just, his hand size was so tiny. So definitely if you can keep Shanks' hand size really low, sometimes that might include just not swinging into his leader so you can't take the life, and building your board, kind of sitting, drawing all that counter, and just chilling, I think you'll be okay. Once again, I think this list is pretty good. I think just the amount of counter that is involved in it is very nice. I like it. And as you saw, I think we milled almost half the deck, a little bit more than half the deck in that turn. Pitching a lot of 2Ks and 1Ks and grabbing the Mr. 3s and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like this list. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll probably post another video about OP14 Croc, as there might be a chance of me going to the regionals down in Dallas, Texas for the Flame Fruit tournament. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and hope you have a good one.